He is known for founding the esoteric Shingon school of Buddhism. He is recognized for studying Tanmi under the monk Huigua in China. He is Kūkai, also known as Kobo Daisher. In the land of ancient Japan, there lived a remarkable man named Kūkai. Born as Seki no Mao, he would go on to become a revered Buddhist monk, calligrapher, and poet. Kūkai's journey took him far and wide, as he ventured to China to study the profound teachings of Tanmi under the guidance of the esteemed monk, Huigua. Upon returning to his homeland, Kūkai founded the esoteric Shingon school of Buddhism, a branch of Vajrayana Buddhism. His teachings resonated deeply with the Japanese people, and with the blessings of several emperors, he was able to preach the wisdom of Shingon and establish magnificent temples dedicated to this sacred path. Kūkai's influence extended beyond spiritual matters, as he also oversaw public works and constructions, leaving a lasting impact on the physical landscape of Japan. But it was not just his accomplishments that made Kūkai an iconic figure in Japanese Buddhism. He became the subject of numerous legends and stories, each adding to his aura of greatness. Among these tales, one legend attributes the invention of the kana syllabary, the foundation of the Japanese language, to Kūkai. It is said that he also crafted the Iroha poem, a timeless masterpiece that played a significant role in standardizing and popularizing kana. Throughout the ages, Kūkai, often referred to as Odashi-sama or Henjo Kongo by his devoted followers, continues to inspire and guide those who seek enlightenment. His profound teachings and enduring legacy have left an indelible mark on Japanese Buddhism, ensuring that his name and wisdom will be celebrated for centuries to come. Kūkai, born in the precinct of Zensuji Temple in the 8th century, was raised in a time of political turmoil and change. As a member of the aristocratic Seki family, he embarked on a journey that would shape his life and philosophy. At the age of 15, he began studying the Chinese classics under his uncle's guidance, but soon found himself drawn towards Buddhist studies rather than Confucian teachings. It was around the age of 22 that Kūkai discovered the power of Buddhist practice through chanting the mantra of Kakuzo, the Bodhisattva of the void. He spent countless hours in isolated mountain regions, immersing himself in the chanting of the Akasagarbha mantra. This devotion to spiritual practice led him to publish his first major work, Sango Shiiki, at the age of 24. In this work, he drew inspiration from various sources including Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. During this time, the central government strictly regulated Buddhism, often suppressing independent monks like Kūkai. However, Kūkai's passion for his spiritual quest remained unwavering. In a significant dream, a man appeared and told Kūkai that the Mahavairakana Tantra held the doctrine he sought. Although Kūkai managed to obtain a copy of this scripture, it presented challenges. The majority of the text was in untranslated Sanskrit, written in the Siddha script. Determined to understand its teachings, Kūkai made the decision to travel to China. Kūkai's journey to China was driven by his desire to unravel the mysteries of the Mahavairakana Tantra. He believed that this text held the key to the knowledge he sought. In China, he immersed himself in the study of the sutra, seeking guidance from knowledgeable teachers. His experiences in China would profoundly shape his philosophy and understanding of divinity. Kūkai's journey to China in 804 was a pivotal moment in his life, shaping his philosophy and leaving a lasting impact on Japan. Selected to join a government-sponsored expedition, Kūkai embarked on a voyage with 3 other ships, braving storms and setbacks along the way. Despite the challenges, Kūkai's ship arrived in the province of Fujian, where they initially faced resistance from the local authorities. However, Kūkai's fluency in Chinese allowed him to write a letter to the governor, explaining their situation and securing their entry into the port. Once in China, Kūkai's true journey began. He was granted a place in Shiming Temple, where he immersed himself in the study of Chinese Buddhism. Kūkai even had the opportunity to study Sanskrit with Prajna, a renowned pundit from the Indian Buddhist University at Nalanda. However, it was in Chang'an that Kūkai had a fateful encounter with the monk Huigua, who would initiate him into Chinese esoteric Buddhism. Huigua recognized Kūkai's potential and bestowed upon him the first-level abhisheka. What was meant to be a 20-year study in China transformed into a few months of intense learning, as Kūkai received the final initiation and became a master of the esoteric lineage. Huigua's passing marked a turning point for Kūkai, as he was instructed to return to Japan and spread the esoteric teachings. In 806, Kūkai arrived back in Japan as the 8th patriarch of esoteric Buddhism, armed with knowledge of Sanskrit, Indian Buddhism, and the arts of Chinese calligraphy and poetry. However, his return was met with challenges. Emperor Heizei, who had replaced Emperor Kanmu, showed little enthusiasm for Buddhism. Additionally, Seicho, the founder of the Tendai school, had already gained favor with the court and had performed esoteric rites. Despite these obstacles, Kūkai's influence endured. He granted Seicho an introductory initiation, showcasing his willingness to share his knowledge. However, a falling out between the two occurred when Kūkai refused to bestow the final initiation due to Seicho's incomplete studies. This feud extended to the Shingen and Tendai sections. Kūkai's return to Japan also prompted him to petition for state support to establish esoteric Buddhism in the country. In 809, the court finally responded to Kūkai's report on his studies and inventory of texts, marking the beginning of a new chapter in Japanese Buddhism. Emerging from obscurity, Kūkai found himself thrust into the public eye in 810 when he was appointed as the administrative head of Todaiji, the central temple in Nara. It was during this time that Kūkai's true potential as a philosopher and spiritual leader began to manifest. His influence grew even further when he became the head of the Sogo, an order responsible for the administration and maintenance of the temple, as well as for monastic discipline. In 812, Kūkai petitioned Emperor Saga for permission to perform esoteric rituals that were believed to have the power to bring harmony and protection to the nation and its people. Recognizing the significance of these rituals, the emperor granted Kūkai's request. This marked a shift in the government's reliance on traditional schools in Nara to the esoteric tradition led by Kūkai. With the public initiation ceremonies for Seicho and others in 812, Kūkai solidified his position as the master of esoteric Buddhism in Japan. He dedicated himself to organizing his disciples into an order, entrusting them with the responsibilities of administration, maintenance, and construction at the temple, as well as the preservation of monastic discipline. In 813, Kūkai outlined his aims and practices in a document known as the Admonishments of Konin. During this period, Kūkai's literary achievements were also remarkable. In 817, he completed several seminal works of the Shingen school, which included writing poetry, conducting rituals, and fulfilling requests for epitaphs and memorials. Kūkai's popularity and influence continued to grow, attracting the attention of notable scholars like Tokutsu, who engaged in a constructive dialogue with Kūkai, further enhancing his credibility and piquing interest in esoteric practice within the Nara schools. Kūkai's emergence as a prominent figure in Japanese Buddhism not only transformed his own life but also had a profound impact on the spiritual landscape of the time. His dedication to esoteric rituals and teachings provided a sense of meaning and purpose in a world that was often plagued by uncertainty. Kūkai's philosophy and practices continue to resonate today, offering insights and guidance on how to navigate the complexities of daily life and find solace in the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.